Hi, I'm Linda. I'm studying abroad in Singapore, and for the reading week, I decided to go to Vietnam with my friend Amy and a bunch of random strangers with basically no itinerary and no idea what we were getting ourselves into. But it was definitely an adventure I will never forget. So here it is, the good and the not so good, from north to south, and every single delicious thing we ate in between. Our adventure was set to begin in the capital of Vietnam, the bustling, slightly chaotic city of Hanoi. Our plan was to travel to the south of Vietnam, ending in Ho Chi Minh City, which we realized like halfway through that it was quite ambitious of us to do in 10 days. But we were young and naive and a little unprepared, specifically for our first Airbnb, which was hidden in an alleyway with 3 sets of stairs lined with dead cockroaches. Okay. Not the warmest welcome, literally, because the weather was so atrocious and wet and cold and gloomy, but we can worry about all that later because my priority was to get something in my belly. On my solo travels last year in Southeast Asia, almost every single person I had met had said that their favorite place in Southeast Asia was Vietnam, especially when it came to the food. They couldn't stop talking about how cheap and flavorful and delicious it was, so my expectations were outrageously high. My first meal was also my first time trying bun cha. 3 huge plates of noodles and vegetables and sauce and sizzling pork appeared before me, and I was slightly overwhelmed, but the server kindly eased my stress by literally holding my hand and demonstrating how to eat my food. Guys, it was so good. The combination of different textures and flavors, the crunchiness and freshness of the herbs and the veggies and the rich smoky meat and the springy noodles, a delightful balance between sweet, sour, and savory. It's just everything you could ever want in your mouth all at once. I also shared a plate of spring rolls and fresh rolls. I properly devoured every last edible thing on my plate, but of course still had room in my second stomach for some dessert.
No, I don't. There has been town announcements since like 6 a.m. Yeah, just keep going. And she doesn't stop. She has so much to announce. It's so early, go to bed. Maybe she doesn't have any friends. How was your sleep otherwise? Like my neck is broken and I slept with my mouth open the whole night. I don't know why. So I don't know. That was a choice or you just... No, it just happened. So, I don't know what crawled in there. I'm unwell. I'm gonna need caffeine. One of my nostrils is closed. It's closed.
I can't say we had good sleep or, any sleep at all, or that we packed any of the right clothes for the weather here in Hanoi. Therefore, I was consistently damp and moist the entire day. But I wasn't gonna let a bit of freezing cold rain soaking through my clothes and shoes and hair ruin my first ever banh mi experience.
First banh mi of life. Oh, I'm so excited. This is Ane. He thought my last name was Sum, like addition. He hates most foods.
This is the iconic Vietnamese sandwich/sub. Inside the perfectly crisp yet airy baguette, there are so many layers of goodness from the umami richness of the pate, which I was a little nervous for, okay, because it's like a meat spread made of random meat parts of random meats, but I just kind of pretended like it wasn't there. And it's stuffed with even more meat and sweet, tangy, crunchy veggies. Anyways, yeah, today I learned I am a banh mi lover. You learn so many things you'd never be able to be taught in a classroom or in the comfort of your own home when you travel, and one thing I've learned is how important it is to stay connected and the power of eSIMs, which are basically a digital version of the physical SIM card. They're built into your phone so you can't lose it. You don't have to order a new SIM card when you travel or travel with that tiny SIM ejector tool. Such a game changer. And my favorite eSIM that I've been using is by Airalo. Before coming on exchange, I did my own eSIM research and I ended up choosing Airalo because it covers over 200 countries, and the fact that it's used by over 10 million other travelers was really reassuring. And Airalo has been kind enough to give you guys a discount code for $3 off your data plan if you download the Airalo app and use my code Linda3. And as someone who's technologically challenged, trust me, if I can figure out how to do it, literally anyone can. I just downloaded the Airalo app and chose which eSIM plan I wanted. You purchase it, install it, and then activate it, so now when I land in Vietnam, I can just turn it on and boom, I can Google where to eat. So if you're planning on traveling anytime soon or studying abroad or travel a lot for work, Airalo has saved me so many times. You can download the Airalo app by using my link in the description or scanning the QR code. And don't forget to use my code Linda3 3 to get $3 off your data plan. Anyways, using my data, I navigated us to our next spot, which was donuts for dinner. I split an Oreo and a Biscoff because why pick one when you can have both? Donuts just make me so happy. I feel like I'm a 7-year-old kid again, just munching on our donut without another care in the world. Remember to eat those foods that you love, the ones that taste like a hug, that make your mouth water and taste buds tingle, the ones that you didn't let yourself enjoy for years, the foods that are good for your soul.
It's so good.
I like it. She's just so happy.
The ones that make you feel like you're 7 years old again, when food was good or bad based on how yummy it was. Don't forget about those foods. They're important too. I think I may literally be a grandma. I want to be in bed with a book by 9 p.m. So while last night's singing bar karaoke Taylor Swift moment was 10,000% worth it, I woke up never wanting to go out again.
I slept on a wood board. I slept on a Nay's elbow.
We spent the rest of the morning journeying to the allegedly stunning, wondrous Halong Bay, which is well known for its many limestone mountains, beaches, mysterious caves, and peaceful fishing villages. But instead we got like eerie, foggy, freezing, gloomy lake vibes. Yeah, it was so cold I had to buy a knockoff North Face coat with a broken zipper. But at least we had these puffed banana chip to keep us company. I don't know what they do to these bananas, guys, but they were little crunchy, addicting pieces of pure joy. We emptied the whole bag in one sitting, and it was the perfect appetizer for our lunch buffet on our 2-day cruise. I don't know what I was expecting, but like we're on a tiny little river cruise in the middle of nowhere, so I was not expecting this delectable spread. Everything was so tasty, especially these super thin, curly stir-fried noodles.
Oh my god, so good. Eat it. Try it. So good. It is so good.
I went back for 4ths, maybe even 5ths. We spent the afternoon kayaking and climbing a huge pointy rock, and even though I felt gross and damp and was legitimately freezing my butt off because I sat in old nasty lake water, I kind of loved feeling like a little kid again exploring the great outdoors. I'm like 2 to 4 years older than most people I've met studying abroad, and at first I was skeptical of spending time with people younger than me. I thought maybe I wouldn't be hip or cool enough because, as I said, I'm a literal grandma, but it's actually been so refreshing. I've really gotten to nourish that inner child within me that I feel like grew up a little too fast. As a kid, I thought my job was to grow up. All I wanted to be was taller, to shop where all the older girls shop, to get my license, get my first job, and move out to my first apartment. And I don't know, I feel like as we grow, the little simple everyday things don't excite us as much.
Fries, the only thing he eats.
We do more of what we have to and not what we want to, and we put so much pressure on ourselves to be responsible and put together all the time. I'm not saying that growing up doesn't have its pros. I can buy ice cream whenever I want, I work out to feel instead of look a certain way, I cherish family time a lot more, but as a mini grown-up, growing up really is not all it's made out to be.
Oh my god, so good.
Something I like to do when I start feeling guilty for not growing faster or start worrying about work or stressing about success or bullying my body, I make myself 80 years old, because when you are 80, you're not gonna wish you had less fun, spent more of your life at your desk, or spent more time comparing yourself to people online or counting calories or eating less cake. When we're 80, we're gonna wish we could have another summer in any body that can move and run and play, celebrate another holiday with our family, that you could taste your mom's cooking one more time. We're gonna wish we had more time to laugh and see the world, slow down and be present, that we appreciated our bodies, for letting us experience this beautiful life instead of making our life about changing them. Sometimes, I know it feels like the weight of the world depends on you getting that job or not gaining back the weight or making more money or hitting your protein goals or figuring it all out, but it's really not about any of that at the end of the day. And I'm never gonna be able to get that time back. That's 20 summers gone. And with my genetics, I probably have like 50 summers left. And when you really take that in, stuff changes. The things I choose to spend my time and energy on, the people I choose to spend it with too, the way I speak to my body. And maybe you think you have so much time left, and maybe you do, but it's never too early, you know, to start prioritizing your mental health, manage your stress, to choose recovery, to start strength training, getting better sleep, switch careers, start that hobby. It's never gonna be too early to realize you've been focusing on all the wrong things, and that you deserve to be happy.
No commentary.
No, I don't know how to talk.
You don't know what's hot.
I don't want to talk in front of the camera.
No, I do it for you. Just the voice.
Okay, ready?
We are at a Vietnamese restaurant in Ninh Bình. We got some beef stew. We are gonna eat it right now. 3, 2, 1. Ow!
Anyways, for tonight's dinner, I got a beef vermicelli rice noodle bowl, and they loaded it with crispy shallots and roasted peanuts, which made me too happy. Why are crispy shallots literally so good?
Oh my god.
And I guess I wanted to max out my happiness tonight because we went to get these truly beautiful carrot cake slices for dessert.
So moist.
Oh my god. Wow. Guys.
It's unreal, guys.
I think carrot cake is my ultimate favorite kind of cake, and we all collectively agreed that we were gonna get our own slices because we did not want to sacrifice a single bite. It was definitely the right decision. Sharing is caring, but sometimes, especially when there's carrot cake involved, you gotta put yourself first.
I coffee.
I can see myself.
Wait, it tastes like tiramisu. Yeah, stir 3 times and then mix it in your mouth.
I mixed it in my mouth. The size. You just gotta.
All I ever wanted was everything, encompassing and burden all mine.
Airdrop over here.
Thanks, girl.
You're welcome, girl.
Ooh, pistachio time. Ooh. Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm fired. I don't know what it tastes like, but I like it. I'm really happy. My bladder is fully empty.
My bladder is also empty.
I'm using my hands.
After dinner at around 11 p.m., we said farewell to 2 people from our group and continued our journey south via sleeper bus. We were the last people called on, and we got shoved in the very back underneath 3 other people beside the washroom, and I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I could not breathe for 12 hours. People were sleeping in the aisles, guys. It was truly one of my worst nightmares. Maybe this makes me high maintenance, but saving a couple dollars is not worth my sanity. So to gain some life back, we ate some chocolate and booked it to the Airbnb to shower that bus experience off of us.
Act 1, Scene 1. Banana chips. Dun 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 dun. They're a bit more sour than last time.
Same energy. Probably said only 1.
Like 5 is pretty much 1.
You're not wrong.
Like they're half air.
And they're so small.
Last time they were bigger.
We're not eating anything really.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
After eating that bag of crunchy delicious banana air, we were still kind of hangry. And after like 16 miserable hours, all we wanted was some good old-fashioned comfort food. So we ordered a stack of classic chocolate chip pancakes and drowned it in maple syrup, and this sweet and refreshing smoothie bowl, which, I'm being so serious, is the best smoothie bowl I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh my god, so good.
Tastes like America.
It does. So good.
Ketchup with grilled cheese.
Yeah, I know, it's really weird.
Yeah, I didn't know dipping grilled cheese in ketchup was abnormal. It's literally how I grew up eating them as a child. Speaking about childhood, I never really understood what healing your inner child meant, because I always thought my childhood was really good, but I don't remember when I started saying no to ice cream and cookies and cake. When did I stop drawing and riding my bike in the summer? When did my body become embarrassing? When did life only become about making more money? That I had to be exhausted to be working hard enough. So maybe my inner child did need a little bit of healing.
It was good.
Me and Killian here. Yeah. Killian's German. Hello.
It's still going. Yeah.
I'm embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I'm embarrassing.
Because inside, I think I still am that 4-year-old who was told she was fat. That 6-year-old who didn't have friends to play with at recess. I was 8 when carbs became the enemy, and 9 when it became my body. I was 10 when the off-limits list was 100 foods long. You were 11 when your worth went up when the scale went down. And I think there's a part of me who's still that 13-year-old, where the first boy I really liked stopped liking me, and I decided he was right and stopped liking myself too.
You are Vietnamese?
Do I look Vietnamese?
Oh my god, very Vietnamese.
Very Vietnamese.
And maybe it was because the world told me I was too big, too shy, too Asian, not pretty enough to be liked, not smart enough to be successful. Or maybe it's because I believed them. Or maybe it's because whenever I messed up or gained weight or accidentally ate the entire bag of chips, I did not meet myself with love or compassion or understanding or patience. I bullied her, I tormented her, I deprived her, I made her so scared of messing up.
Chocolate taste test?
It's like the ones with like the biscuit with like a chocolate on top. With celebration cookies, but like double chocolate.
I see now that maybe calling her a failure, disgusting, or unlovable, or ugly, or stupid wasn't exactly the nicest thing to say. I think I get it a little more now. Growing up is taking on that responsibility to take care of these childhood versions of me.
That didn't go very well, Linda. Stunning.
I have to be the caretaker, the parent, the grown-up, the role model, the older sister I never had. I can't change the past, but I can apologize and, I don't know, tell her it's okay
So thick and juicy.
to be different, that healthy is allowed to look different on her body, that her body is her home, not her purpose, that it's okay not to be liked by everyone, it's okay to fail, it's okay that she has her own strengths. And little by little, I think we heal. When I read for fun, or I don't know, actually listen to my body and take a break, when I go on a mental health run, or I post a video for myself and not for the views, when you find qualities in yourself that you admire, when I enjoy donuts and ignore food rules and eat chocolate for breakfast, and when I block and mute and unfollow, when I dip my grilled cheese into the ketchup, even if people think it's a little weird, that is me standing up and protecting my inner child. I wish we could have tried every single thing at this restaurant. It started with these white rose dumplings, which are a traditional dish from Hoi An, and they were like soft, chewy prawn dumplings. And Amy and I got this Vietnamese omelet to share. You take a piece of the crispy omelet and wrap it up in some thin rice paper with fresh herbs and dunk it into this sweet, savory sauce. It tasted like Peking duck sauce, and it was maybe one of the best things I ate in Vietnam. And I also got this noodle bowl with crispy chunks of pork belly, veggies, rice noodles drenched in classic sweet, tangy, salty sauce. And because I'm only in Vietnam once, I did force myself to go out with everyone again. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate every moment of it. Can we just take a moment and look at the sky? I know you have things to do and goals to reach and marathons to train for and a mortgage to pay and friends to catch up with and hundreds of unread books to read and wounds to heal, love to find, weight to lose, deadlines to meet, a slice of cake in the fridge to be eaten, a workout that still hasn't been done. I know you worry about and plan for and work towards the future. You believe you are happier there, but we are already there and we're missing it.
Started filming, like don't switch in the middle.
I don't want to break it though, so pretty.
It doesn't taste that good. Oh, wait, try it.
It's really good actually.
Yeah. Get yours.
Okay, I get mine.
I was trying to be like artsy.
Use your little mixer-oo.
As someone who has had 2 entire banh mi's in their life, I can confidently say this was the best banh mi I've ever had in my life. It was just perfection. I wouldn't change a single thing about her. The baguette was so fresh and the meats were tender and juicy, and I love the hint of sweetness from the carrots, and I never like carrots.
This is good. This is so good. I'm so happy. Spicy. There's something they added spice. I actually do like the spicy though.
No way.
Dude, I want this again. I like it so much. It's delicious. What time are we leaving for the airport tomorrow? Should I get one before tomorrow?
And it was only $1. I was already missing it before even finishing it, so I didn't have another choice.
We got another one.
I was just so happy. Sometimes people tell me, that's easy for you to say. I would be happy and grateful too if I were you. If I had your life, if I was traveling the world, if I had your body, if I was a YouTuber. I get it, you know? Because the grass always does appear a little greener on the other side. This life I get to live makes me feel like the luckiest person in the world. And sometimes the loneliest, saddest, and most misunderstood person too. And I have a really cool job that I love.
Hello, sirs.
And sometimes despise with my entire being. If you take my body, you also have to take my brain, and trust me, it's not always pretty up there. Traveling does make you realize that there is so much beauty all over the world. I mean, the way I look at the sun in Vietnam is the same way I look at the sun back home. It's just as beautiful and bright. Comfort food still comforts you no matter where you eat it. Joy is still joy, whether that comes from traveling the world or playing fetch with your dog in your backyard. You can feel lost in a foreign country and in your very own bedroom. And yes, life abroad is exciting, but you know, after a while, the chaos and change and dopamine high lose their depth, and all you crave is comfort, quiet, and you realize it's always been about the smallest miracles of everyday existence. Hanging out with your dog, chocolate chip cookies, lazy rainy days, texts from your friends, super sweet and juicy peaches, a big scoop of ice cream in the summer. Sometimes your mom's cooking just tastes better and you don't know why. Or your bed is the best bed and your dog is the cutest and the way you make your oatmeal or avocado toast is just superior, and that spot on your couch is the most comfortable spot on this planet.
Ho Chi Minh, here we come.
And you still reach for the oldest, most stretched out and stained hoodie, even though your closet is filled with way too many clothes. I don't know, they say the grass is greener, but grass can be green everywhere. It's not really about where in the world you are seeing it, it's how you see it that changes your world. So don't forget to stop every now and then and water the grass where you are. I promise you, it'll turn green.
Cheese theme. Cheesy bars.
Is it cheesy?
Milky. At the end, it's a little cheddary. Cheese cream. Oh my god, it smells like a Cheez-It X Oreo. Pretty good. That's kind of sweet and salty. Eat another one right now.
The food was probably what I loved most about this trip. That's typically what I say about most trips, but it's not something I could have said a couple of years ago. It's so cool and weird and amazing that without even realizing it, my 5-year-old self can enjoy her cookies again. My 8-year-old self knows she doesn't need to fit the beauty standard to be absolutely beautiful in every way that matters. That 10-year-old can finally enjoy her runs and workouts without it feeling like a punishment. The 12-year-old knows how important it is to fuel her body, and that 13-year-old believes that she will be loved again, that she always was. Without even knowing it, I'm putting sunscreen on that 14-year-old who refused to. My 18-year-old self knows that this rejection is only opening a door for something better to come along, and I'm challenging the 20-year-old me to find joy in being new and bad at things, and to put away the laptop, the work, the studying for a while, and go outside, go for a walk, watch TV, bake something, do some art, and go do something that makes you feel alive.
I've waited for a lifetime for you to come down.
I have 2 canker sores. I'm on random medications, but Quadratini will fix my problem.
Yes.
That'll be our last day in Vietnam.
The pizza.
Is that aesthetic?
It kind of is. It's freaking amazing.
It comes out really fast. Oh my god, that's so good. Wow. Dude, this is a crazy chain in Vietnam.
This trip to Vietnam was not what I expected at all. I wasn't thrilled about our living/sleeping situations. I was never not damp from the rain or from the sweat. I realized traveling with people who aren't foodies is slightly depressing, and I am exhausted. But overall, it was really beautiful and delicious, and I laughed a lot and learned even more. Like that Quadratini wafers are so addicting. Banh Mi's are delectable. Just pack like you're preparing for every season. I learned after 50 people asked me that I look very Vietnamese and to avoid sleeper buses at all costs. That it's a skill to make the most out of a less than ideal situation. And that the grass turns green wherever you decide to water it.
Peanut butter.
Oh, that's really peanutty. Oh, you girl. Tiramisu.
It's coffee crisp. You don't know what that is.
No, you're Canadian.
That's what it is.
Hazelnut.
It's very good.
That's definitely better than this one. But this one's better than this one, which is better than this one.
Yeah. That wraps up our Vietnam trip. But thank you for coming along, listening for the past 25 minutes, and watching us be silly and Amy cough.
It's really dry.
It's been a really interesting adventure. We're out.
I learned adulting is not what I expected it to be. It's not speeding up, but slowing down. It's learning that every single person is doing this for the first time too, and to show them and yourself a little bit more compassion. Part of it has just been giving myself permission to be a kid again, to go back to a time where my body existed only to play and giggle and eat yummy food and meet new people and learn and discover new things that I love. It's realizing not every part of you has to be fixed or ever needed to be. There are some parts that are simply asking to be loved. I may not be the person I wanted to be when I was little. I'm not a princess or a ballerina or the president or a cashier. I don't know. I thought they had the coolest jobs. But maybe all along, your job was just to grow up and become the person your childhood self needed the most. And I think if you take a minute and reflect, you'll see that's exactly who you've become. And she is so proud of you.